Hello, and welcome back to the Dokkan battle video. I'm sure this is probably a surprise to the majority of you, but I have survived the hurricane that has assaulted Florida. Hurricane Milton did not take me out, at least not yet anyway. I think I am in the clear though. So I have time to kind of record this about this new LR that's coming out for part 2. Now, I have an issue with this. And the main issue with this is that this is an exchange Gohan and Piccolo, which is cool. Like that's cool. That's a thing we could have used, we kind of needed, right? But Nail needs a Namekian to get his damage reduction, this massive amount of stats, and this card is not Namekian because it starts as Gohan. So not really sure as to why they decided to do that. I have already read his details, I already know what he does, so I'll just tell you guys basically. So leader skill 150 key 4 to Planet Namek and Master of Bottom Master and Disciple, which is fine. It's not like an amazing leader skill, but it's a gold coin LR. We don't really expect anything too crazy from them. Passive skill here, this is the Gohan portion. 200% attack and defense at the start of turn, 100% attack when performing a super attack, or 150%, sorry. He gets key plus 3 and 30% damage reduction, chance of performing a crit plus 30%, and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack for 3 turns from the character's entry turn, which is not bad. We kind of take those. You get key plus 3, 30% damage reduction, and 30% crit as the first attacker in a turn. You get another key plus 3, another 20% damage reduction, and another 20% crit if there's another Planet Namek or Namekian category ally attacking in the same turn. Now, that means that for 3 turns, basically, well, 2 rotations, if this character is in slot 1, they have 80% damage reduction. So at least for those first 2 rotations, they're going to be pretty goddamn tanky. Right, which is good, right? That is a useful thing. And then they are also healing 20% HP at the end of the turn. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Links, Sand Warrior Race, All in the Family, Gaze of Respect, Shocking Speed, Demonic Ways, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. Not like just your typical Kid Gohan links, early Kid Gohan. Nothing too ridiculous. Here is their transformation condition here. Can be activated when HP is 70% or less, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle, or starting from the 6th turn from the start of battle. Not an amazing condition. Right, turn 6 is kind of a lot, but if you have them, like pretty much any slot besides slot 1, right? I think optimally, if this unit starts off in slot 7, right at the beginning of the fight, you're gonna be completely fine because they're gonna have this up by the time their 80% damage reduction runs out, and you can immediately swap into Piccolo. Here's all their links. It's just all Kid Gohan stuff. Again, remember he's not a Namekian, so he's not gonna be on the Namekian category. His super attack effects, his 18 key stacks attack and defense and causes colossal damage, and his 12 key is the one that stacks. His 18 key massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal. Not crazy, but I mean, it's only just like basic super attacks. It's nothing insane, but nothing bad either. Then we get to the Piccolo portion. Right, the Piccolo portion is actually significantly better. Right, pretty very similar though. 8 key and 250% attacking defense at the start of turn. An additional attack was 150% when performing a super attack. 50% damage reduction. High chance to perform a crit. Launches an additional attack. There's a great chance of becoming a super attack. Plus an additional key plus 4 and launches an additional super attack starting from the turn in which this character receives an attack. Okay, fair enough. When HP is 70% or more at the start of turn, plus an additional damage reduction of 20% in superclass allies defense plus 70%. That's pretty nice. When HP is 70% or less at the start of turn, evades enemies' attacks, including super attack, within the turn. And from the character's next attacking turn onward, 50% chance to dodge and recovers 25% HP at the end of turn. Not bad. A guaranteed dodge turn, high damage reduction, superclass defensive support is pretty good. The only thing that I wish would be different about this card is if it wasn't Gohan. That's like the big thing. Like if the Gohan portion was just Nail instead, this card would be amazing. Because you could link them up with AGL Nail, and it would fill all of AGL Nail's passive, and then you could have this massive defensive rotation. And it would be really, really cool, really nice. You'd be able to stack. It'd be really good for long fights where you can actually be able to stack, and they'd be incredibly tanky and work really well together. But since it's a Gohan, Nail is pretty much useless. Like until he gets another good Namekian, you can't really run Nail. The next Namekian that we might get is like Tech Piccolo's Easy A. But, like, who knows when that's going to happen, right? Because they haven't been doing sub-EZAs recently. So, next up for Piccolo, his super attack effects are pretty much exactly the same, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're literally exactly the same. There's nothing changed at all about them. He just gets that different passive change, which is, like, whatever. So, I think they're solid. I think they're actually, like, pretty good. Like I don't have any real issues with them. They have interesting mechanics: 80% damage reduction for 3 turns, a guaranteed dodge turn, stacking, healing. Right? They're doing stuff. They have built-in crit. They have built-in additional. Piccolo has built-in dodge. Right? Like this is a solid little card. I think they're cool. I just have an issue with them being a Gohan and not a Namekian. I feel like this could have easily just been a Piccolo or a Nail in Piccolo or something like that. Literally anything else besides just Gohan. Because this is what our 5th Gohan LR this year, which is like kind of ridiculous. There is also this. They are super easying the original LR Super Saiyan Goku, which is pretty cool. He's not like crazy or anything, but I'll go over him. He gets 159% attacking defense at the start of turn, 3 key, 159% defense, and a great chance to guard if he's in the first or second slot in the rotation. He gets Ki plus 3 in attacking defense 159%, and a great chance to launch an additional super attack if he's in the second or third slot in the rotation. So you want to put him in slot 2, basically. He gets 159% attacking defense when performing a super attack. He gives all allies Ki plus 3 and superclass allies 30% attack and defense. He has attacks affecting him all types when attacking a superclass enemy, and he has guaranteed crit when fighting an extreme class enemy. It's not like anything crazy. I know there's a quick way for me to show off what he does. So remember his 18 keys, it had a mechanic on it. I believe I think it gave Ki when he did it or something like that. What does his 18 key do? No, it gave crit chance and attack support. Yeah, so remember, these are going to stay the same because they don't change super attacks when you get a Super Easy character. Oh yeah, this is what it was. He was giving 3 key when he fought an extreme class enemy. Now he just gives 3 key, which is significantly better, while also being a support unit. You're probably just going to want to give him 12 keys, though. Is the thing. Like, I don't think you want to give this guy an 18 key because he doesn't get any defense on it. And getting 2 stacks of 50% defense is probably a lot better. Right? Especially if you can potentially get the great chance to launch an additional super attack. Right? In slot 2, if he is guarding and he does a triple super attack while you're fighting an extreme class enemy, he could be kind of solid. I don't think he's going to be anything ridiculous. He has a free-to-play LR. Right? So, like, think of him like a free-to-play LR, like Bio Broly. I don't know how good he is going to be in comparison to Bio Broly, but that's going to be your comparison, basically. I think he's fine. I think he's a solid little option. He's not on a whole lot of teams, but like I'm sure he can find some use. I might test him out on like the Goku, Gohan, and Trunks team. I'm pretty sure he's on there, right? Well, yeah, he's a Super Saiyan, so he's going to be on the team. He's just not on 100%. I think he's going to be fine. He's a cool little unit. They did also show off the Awakening for the Bardock, right? Weird little inconsistency about this Bardock. Tora has his bandana on his arm, but like this bandana, like this wrapping here on his arm, is the same as the bandana Bardock wears that's red. It's literally the same exact thing, except Bardock's red bandana is just Tora's that's covered in blood. So I don't know why they do this, but it is a pretty cool thing. It's a what if unit where Bardock went Super Saiyan when Tora died, which I think is cool. I think it's a cool little card. Remember, he's only going to be a TUR instead of an LR yet. They're just showing off what his intro skill looks like now. I think he's going to be interesting when he does eventually become an LR. We have no idea what he's going to do, what he's going to look like. But he does look okay. He does look fine. I think his animations are cool. He also does the same move that Gohan does to Kid Buu, which I think is really cool. Right? Or Goku does the Kid Buu. I think it's pretty neat. He's a cool little card. I don't see anything too crazy with him, though. Anyway, that's pretty much it for what we got shown off last night. Some pretty interesting stuff, some pretty cool stuff. Remember that Daima is also going to be coming, presumably, when Daima drops. I would assume so, anyway. I imagine that when we get the data download tonight, that the Daima free-to-play cards will also be in that data download. So just be on the lookout for that. If I'm not stormed out, I'll be able to make a video on it. If not, it is what it is. Anyway, that's going to be it for this. Let me know what you guys think about all of the new characters coming soon to the game in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.